Hey everybody, welcome to the Cafe of Knowledge. So glad that y'all are here joining us today. I want to talk about Godfrey. Y'all already seen the title about Godfrey and his comment of what he made. First of all, thank you all for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please hit the like button if you haven't already. Okay, now Godfrey went on his Instagram or his live, whatever he had, and he made a comment about black women dating white men. Okay, now the comedian Godfrey was upset, and he was kind of disturbed when he walked past a billboard in New York, in Brooklyn, and he saw a big billboard that had a black woman with a white man, and they was a couple, and it was the picture or the billboard was promoting some type of health thing or whatever. But anyway, by him walking past that billboard and seeing a black woman with a white man, kind of hit a nerve on him. It was something that it just triggered him to see an interracial relationship between a black woman and a white man. Okay, now he said, why didn't the billboard have a black man and a white woman? Okay, now we'll get back to that in a minute, but these are the things that he said. Okay, and there was a lot of people, especially black women, who was upset, mad, pissed off at what he said. Okay, and they was going at him real hard. They was going at Godfrey so hard on his comment section. They was just cutting up about what he said about black women dating white men. Okay, now we gonna get deep here in this little segment right here. So if you got little light skin, you don't need to be over here, because we gonna get down to the raw truth about this matter that everybody is kind of scared to touch on. Okay, but first of all, let's get back to Godfrey. I'm gonna let the women just was cutting up. I mean, it was white women in his comment, black women in his comment. The black women was really going off and upset. So there was outrage. So I'm gonna, well, let's go here. Godfrey has admitted that he dates all type of race. Okay, he dates black women, he dates all outside his race, white women, Chinese women, Asian women. It doesn't matter. He has admitted that he does date outside his race, but his main person to date is a black woman. He said a black woman is the one that he wants to have on his arms when he go out. Okay, now let's get back to what Godfrey said, because Godfrey said that black men, when he was doing this rage, and I'm gonna let y'all listen to it, but in his video he said, I understand why the black women are mad at black men, because black men has abandoned them. I get all that. I just want to know why they are promoting black women with white men. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all listen to what he said, and then we'll get back to this point after you listen to what Godfrey said. Okay, now this is what he said.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Godfrey, and yes, I have some. Check it out, yo. I'm in the middle of black Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, okay? And I'm walking by, because the thing about comedians, just artists, we pay attention to everything. Visual is important. Visuals are important. Advertising is what this world runs on. What you see is very important. Visuals are funny because a lot of us, I mean, I'm not trying to be that, but AOC, yeah, you know AOC, what's that other girl, the Muslim girl from Minnesota, who's like in the House of Representatives, I don't know what her name is, Omar, right? They're the ones fighting against whites, yet their men are white. All their men are white. I didn't know. I'm just saying. What is that? What is that? Tell me. All the complaint AOC when that whole what was that march, when they were marching to the Capitol, they were looking for her. She's like, all this white, and her man is white. Why a pale mother? I'm just trying to understand this. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to take away from your message. When your man is right, you're preaching all this white male. See, the ones that are unfair to you in Congress, and then you got one. Listen, guys, am I crazy? Am I crazy? I'm just saying, man. Everybody's always on their soapbox about this. We gotta fight white. And then you fidelis care. What is going on? It's all I'm saying, guys. And please, I don't want you comments going, love is love. That's not what I'm talking about. You're missing my point. See, for some reason, when people get in, some people, it's not all, some people that get in interracial relationships get this racial stupidity, like their IQ goes down all of a sudden. They go, no, my man didn't really shut the up. You understand? The same person that you can actually be disrespecting you. I'm just saying, it happens in some of these relationships.
Okay, y'all. So I hope y'all was able to hear that, and there's a lot of it was skipping because he was cursing his butt off. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of it you had like a little space gap, whatever. But that was his rant about black women dating white men. Okay, so let's get on that because I'm a black woman myself. So let me explain this to where everybody will be understanding. Because see, what is going on here is that everybody is scared to touch on the subject of what's really the core issue of this whole entire matter about everybody's getting upset, or black men, some black men, not all, gets upset when they see a black woman with a white man. Okay, now black men, if you're looking at this and everything, don't get offended. I need people here with an open mind, because we are going to get down to the deep core of all of this bull crap on why everybody is making a big issue about the black woman dating a white man. Okay, so now let's start first. I'm gonna pause right there because I'm coming right back. But when Godfrey made this big rant that he had going on, and women was in his comment box, like I told y'all, and they was outraged and they was commenting on his things and stuff. So let me read to y'all one of the comments that a girl made on his comment, and then I'm gonna give you what Godfrey applied and what he said. So the black lady said, "Black males can keep crying. I won't stop, and neither will my best friends." And she put a laugh emoji. "We love it here," meaning that I guess she date white men, and she's saying that she love it there, being with white men, and that her best friends do too. Okay, so that's what she put down there, and she was like, like I said, she said black males can keep crying. Okay, all right. Now Godfrey replied back to her and said, "You take your temper tantrum, he said, Godfrey said, "You take your traumatic, bed-wrenching ass somewhere else. You misunderstood the message, but at least we know you've been hurt by black men. So you decided to go back to slave master to prove something. We don't need you type Negroes anyway." Okay, now I ain't make no mistake. He did say We don't need you type Negroes anyway. Okay? Now, that was very hard coming back, because she really didn't come back. She didn't reply hard like that. I told you what she said. Okay, now let's give the meaning of bed wrenching. Okay, bed wrenching, a low status concubine, often a slave or a captive. It's used for African American women to degrade them in the worst way. And a bed wrenching is a person who has been raped and done very wrong. Okay? It's a slang word used for black women in belittling them, diminishing them, disrespecting them in the worst way by a black man. Black women who date white men are often called this disturbing word. This word is the lowest of the low for a black man to call a black woman. Bed wrenching is the most utterly word anybody, especially a black man, to call a black woman. That was low, Godfrey. That was low, Godfrey. So I don't know if you will ever see this, Godfrey, but I think you somewhere around my age. I know I'm a little bit older than you. But you might want to hit me in my comment, or hit me at my email, cafeofknowledge88@gmail.com. cafeofknowledge8888@gmail.com, because it's a lot of things that you might need to be more aware of, but this video will explain a lot of it. And if you still have some type of misunderstanding about the black woman and a white man, I gave you my email for you to talk directly to me, because me and you might need to have a sit down and talk, because that bed wrenching thing, ooh, kind of harsh there. But anyway, so now let's go back. Okay, now like I said, I'm a black woman myself, and I want to explain this because there's so many people that's scared to touch on this topic, okay? And boy, it's a raw topic, okay? And like I said, you have to have tough skin for this segment right here. But it's gonna be the raw truth, the raw truth. A lot of people might not want to hear it, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway, okay? Now, if you are a prejudiced person, you don't need to. You're not gonna understand this. Okay? If you're prejudiced, you're not going to understand this. If you have a religious belief to where interracial relationships are not tolerated, you might not understand this either. Okay? If you have a one-sided mind or one-track mind way of thinking, you might not understand this either. Okay? But let me kick it to everybody that I don't know, somebody might have explained it this way, and somebody might haven't. I don't know, but I haven't heard it. So I'm going to break it down to everybody real raw and rugged, so you will be able to see and hear and know and understand what the hell is going on here, okay? Now, let me break this shit down, okay? Now, let's go all the way back first, okay? The majority of white men, okay, back in slavery, was very attracted to white women, to black women, I'm sorry, okay? Now, the majority of white men back in slavery was attracted to black women, and they had a very hard lust for black women, okay? And their lust, and because they wanted a black woman so much, caused them to do horrific things and violate a black woman. Okay? Now, there are it was many white men who were in love with a black woman back in slavery. And there are some black women who were in love with white men back in slavery. Okay? There are some white men and some black women who were secretly dating each other back in slavery. Okay? It's some white men who will let their wives know. White men will let their white wife know that because he was messing with this black woman, he would say, oh, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. Your ass can go, but this black woman here ain't going nowhere. I'm going to keep messing with her. And the white women knew that that white man was messing with the black woman. And everybody knew the white man was messing with the black women. Okay? Now, this is something everybody knew. This wasn't no secret. Everybody knew that the white man was messing with black women. Okay? Now, white men having sexual contact with black women was openly known for everybody, whether it was unconsensual or sensual. White men have been having sexual contact with black women way back then. That's just point blank, period. Okay? Now, black women were even having interracial babies by white men because it was openly known. Okay? But on the other hand, black men couldn't stare at a white woman. They couldn't look at a white woman too hard and too long. They couldn't flirt with a white woman, okay, or have any type of sexual contacts with a white woman without some deadly consequences. Okay? Now, let's jump back to today. And let's jump back to 2021. Okay? So, when Godfrey said in there, in his message that, oh, you know, I get it, you black women are mad because black men are dating white women and we abandoned y'all. So, we get why you want to run to the white man, because the black man started all this anyway. No, you didn't. I just explained to you that the black man didn't start in a racial relationship because black women were having interracial babies all the time. Okay, so let's clear that up. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm saying, I'm telling you that it was unconsensual and some of it was consensual. But the point is, black women and white men has been having sexual contact for a long ass time, for over 400 years. For over 400 years. Okay? So now that we're back in today's time, okay? So black men, y'all need to stop acting like y'all shocked to see a black woman with a white man, or y'all shocked to see a black woman dating a white man, or y'all shocked to see a black woman on a billboard with a white man. Stop acting like y'all shocked and disappointed about this, because it's been going on for so long. But the thing about it is, black women were moving in silence. See, black women have been dating white men for a long ass time. Black women just move in silence. See, they not like black men. Black men will show off their white woman. Black women don't do that. Black women move in silence. So that's how come a lot of people think that, oh, it's just started. No, it ain't just started. You see what I'm saying? Because black women don't feel the need to have to brag or showcase a white man when they date them. Black women never felt they had the need to show off a white man when they date them. Black women never felt they had the need to disown their own race when they dating a white man. Black women never felt the need to start, most of them, never felt the need to start buck dancing and stuff because they going or dating a white man. Okay? Black women don't constantly bash black men because they dating a white man. Okay? Black women do not constantly degrade and beat up and talk bad on a black man just because she's dating a white man. See, that's how come, y'all, a lot of people didn't know that black women were dating white men. A lot. They just wasn't exposing it because they know how to move in silence. Not that they was hiding their white men. It's just it wasn't no need to do all that showboats and showcase because they talking to a white man. Okay? Now, most black women don't do any of that when they dating a white man. But the majority of black men will do everything I just said a black woman won't do. Okay? The black man will, just because he is dating a white woman, he will degrade a black woman. Oh, he'll talk bad about the black women. He'll display all kind of negative behavior against his own black culture of black women. Okay? Just because he's dating a white woman. So it's interesting. It's interesting. If you think real hard about this, y'all got to think real deep. And have you ever realized that the majority of white men don't do anything of what I just said? Anything. Anything. White men do not degrade their white women in public or all over the internet just because they dating a black woman. They don't. They don't. They don't. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, white men don't bash white women because they are dating a black woman. They don't degrade their white women in public and all over the internet because they dating a black woman. They don't disown their own culture because they're dating a black woman. They don't talk down on their culture because they dating a black woman. They don't abandon the white woman because they're dating a black woman. They don't use their black woman or their black wife for a trophy to display all over the place. They don't put their white women in a lower degrading class because they dating a black woman. Okay? But the majority, and they don't make their white women feel less than black women because they dating a black woman. But the majority of black men who date white women will do all of the above. Will do all of the above. And that's where y'all black men, you have to listen closer. And I'm talking to the ones who dating outside their race, and this is what they'll do. It's some black men that they stick with their black women, and that's all they want is they black women. But you have some black men that date outside their race, and when they do, I don't give a damn if they rich, filthy rich, middle class, poor, they do this to the black women. But white men don't do that to their white women when they're dating black women. Okay? So you got to follow me here so you'll keep understanding what I'm talking about. Okay? Now, white women can date outside their race and they don't display all that negative and toxic behavior. Black women, most of them, date outside their race, they don't display none of that negative and toxic behavior. White men will date outside their race. They don't display any of that negative and toxic behavior. There's other cultures that will date outside their race and they don't display all that negative and degrading behavior. They don't. Toxic behavior. You know? But some black men will date outside their race and oh Lord, they will mash their damn feet on the goddamn gas pedal, rushing to degrade and disrespect the black woman. Now that's what some of them do. And now I'm talking to the black men who do date outside their race. And there's some who date outside their race that don't disrespect black women at all. But it's the majority of some who do. So I'm not talking about the black men who are, that's all they date is black women. I'm talking about the black men who date white women. This is the behavior you display when you do that. Okay? So when Godfrey went on that rant like that, he went on that rant like that because it's known for black men to date white women, but they haven't been seeing black women date white men. So all of a sudden, everybody think it's a new agenda that's being pushed out there to the public. No, it's not a new agenda. I'm sorry to tell you. It's been happening. Black women just move in silence. And that's what a lot of white men understand. Let me tell you, it's some black men that they call us angry black women and all this, and we ain't this and we ain't that. But then when we on the job or we anywhere out in public or we communicating at a bar or at work or wherever, when we communicate with white men, they don't see any of that. You know why? Because we not really like that. See, black men, when they date outside their race, they start putting that label on us as an angry black woman, a degrading black woman, a black woman who don't deserve any respect. But see, when we walk out here in this world and we communicate with all different type cultures and races, they realize the majority of black women are not like that. And so then they start looking at the black man like, why y'all talking about your own women so hard in public and all over the internet? Don't y'all supposed to be loving these women? Because when we around them, we don't see all that. Now, is it some kind of hard, ghetto, ratchet, some women out there? Yes, but that's in every doggone culture. That's just not in black cultures. But the black man will focus on that black woman all the time. So black men have to understand and realize that just because you haven't seen black women dating white men don't mean it hadn't been happening. And it definitely is not a new agenda people are pushing out. That shit been going on. I'm telling you that right now. That shit been going on. Whether you want to hear it, don't want to hear it, that's just the truth. That's just the raw truth. I'm just trying to tell you. Okay? So now, like I said, black men don't need to be upset. They don't need to be mad. They don't need to be triggered or none of that when they see a black woman dating or talking to a white man, because that shit been going on for I don't know how long. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, we just haven't never displayed it, you know. So, just understand black men, the degrading game that most black men have been playing against black women for a very long time. Some black men will say, oh, you know, black women have it easy, black women have it easy in the United States. Black women, the child support system is set up in their favor, and most of them stay in government houses with little or no rent. This is what black men say about black women. Black women rarely hear any of this by any other race of men. We only hear this from black men. So just listen. This is what most black men do say about black women. Out in public and all over the internet and everything. But they listen, black men, y'all, some of y'all, not all, love to say all this about black women. Oh, you know, the black women are not judged as harshly as black men, and black women are treated better than black men. Black women can get jobs quicker than black men. The government puts more money in the black woman's pocket than they do the black man's pocket. They can get grants and loans to open up small businesses quicker than the black man can. And the government government will build habitat houses and everything for the black woman and her children, but they don't do none of that for the black man. And you know, the government / white man's world, you know, they don't. Anytime a black woman have hardship, then the white man and the white man's government make sure that the black woman is okay. And you know, the white man government and the white man, they'll quickly give the black woman food to put on her table, or food stamps or whatever to put on her table, but they don't rarely give the black man nothing. You know, the black man is out here struggling in this white man's world. Okay, this is what a lot of black men say about black women. Okay, but the fact still shows, they'll say all that, but the fact still shows, in which I stated in this video, that the white man or the white man's government been taking care of the black women and these black children. And that's a goddamn shame. That's a goddamn shame. So what we need for the black man to do, why they are always degrading women about all this government stuff that the white man is giving them and all that, we need for y'all to step in, move the government out of the way, and you do everything that the government is doing for that black woman. And if you are not willing to do that, then shut the hell up about a black woman dating a white man. If you're not willing to do that, you shouldn't say nothing about a black woman dating a white man. Because black women really, we don't say anything when y'all, some of us don't. The majority of us really don't care if a black man date outside of race, because we really don't care. And I'm trying to figure out, why is it so hard for the black man to accept the same thing as they've been, like Godfrey said, they do it. So why is it that when he saw that billboard, first thing he said in there too was, how come this billboard couldn't be a black man and a white woman? Because that's going on all the time. Yeah, it is, because y'all display it all the time. But it's also going on all the time that a black woman do date white men. That's going on all the time too. We just don't display it. Now they're starting to display it. But that's been going on for a long time, honey. Let me tell you that right there. You know, so back to my point about the black men, a lot of them, not all of them, because there's some black men out here taking care of their household with a black woman. They taking care of their kids. They handling business. They doing what they supposed to do. But it's a lot of black men who are not doing what they supposed to do, and they still date outside their race, and then they make all these excuses, what I just said, and degrade and down and talk bad about a black woman, but they are not stepping in and moving the government out the way and take the government place and do what the hell they supposed to do as black men. See, let's stop beating around the bush. And you know, like when all this broke out about black women dating white men and all this, let's stop beating around the bush and let's get down to the core of what it really is and why is it happening. Okay? Now, not all black women date white men, but the ones who do, this is getting down to the core, and I'm telling black men what it is. Because everybody been tap dancing around this subject, just saying, oh, you know, she dating a white man. Oh, she dating them for money. Oh, you know, she dating them. She don't really love them or did that. But when we see black men with a white woman, that rarely comes out of our mouth. Black women's mouth. They don't care. They don't care. Now, let's go to this. So, like I said, we need for y'all to move that goddamn government out the way and y'all step in. And if you don't want to step in and take care of your responsibilities and stay in the household with that woman, if you make a baby with her or whatever, stay in that household. It's a lot of black men that's staying inside their household. I have a son right now who has 4 daughters and been married to his wife. They've been married, and then they had the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one, and he's still with his family handling his business, and he don't need for the government to take care of his business. They living very well. See, that's what we need the black men to do. And I know a whole lot of black men across the United States is doing the same doggone thing that I just said my son is doing. But then you have some black men who are not doing that and go outside their race and then try to tank the black woman. For whatever reason, we don't know. Because if you don't want them, quit talking about it. You shouldn't have nothing to say about it. You keep your goddamn mouth closed. That's what you should do. But anyway, like I said, the black man need to step up and handle business. Okay? So now I don't care what type of situation that the black woman is in or how the black woman is living her lifestyle or whatever. The fact still remains that the white man's government and the white man is looking out for that black woman well-being and the child's well-being. And that's something we need the black men to move the government out the way and do it them damn self. If you got the ability to talk about a black woman, or you got the ability to degrade a black woman, or you got the ability to, every chance you get on your platform, or every chance you get on the internet, or every chance you get in public, you want to degrade a black woman, do your part first before you open up your mouth. And if you're not willing to do your part with a white woman and you want to do it with a white woman or on the outside of your race, that's all well and good. Just don't put your lips and tongue on black women as a degrading, talking slick and shit. You know? So that's all I'm saying. So now, so y'all would know, I'm just trying to tell everybody this haven't been just started, that black women are dating white men. It's been going on. Okay? Now, some of the black men really need to step up before they start talking. Okay? Now, if some black men, if you can't seem to stop dogging black women, if you can't seem to stop running from your responsibilities with the black woman, if you can't seem to stop just degrading the black woman, period, and if your preference of dating and your preference of choice is white women, that's fine. You know, just don't say a damn thing about black women. That's all I'm saying. And ain't no sense of getting mad when you see a black woman dating a white man. It don't make no sense. This is 2021. People date whoever the hell they want to damn date. Whether they black, white, Chinese, Asian, whatever. They date whoever they want to date. Ain't nobody ramping and raving and mad about somebody dating all that stuff like that. But see, let me tell you, a lot of the reason why black men are mad when they see, now that y'all see it, it's been happening. But now that y'all see publicly and they starting to display it all over the place that black women do date white men. The reason why the black men, some black men, not all, are upset about this is because they see that white men they kind of run things. And so black men wanted women to stay in a certain type of atmosphere. They wanted them to stay kind of in a low class area, what they call, you know, they wanted to keep the great. They didn't want them to find something better. So therefore they get mad. Now they don't mind being with another race. Black men don't mind going outside their race, but they don't want the black woman going outside her race to the white man, because they feel like the white man is their competition. Come on now. Women, black women don't give a damn about you dating white women. You know? And I just don't understand what's all that about. But if you're not going to step up to the plate in the black woman's culture, do not say anything about who that black woman date. Because I wish somebody would. That's just like me. I would date whoever I want to goddamn date. If I walk into the store and I go in there and I'm picking out shoes, I don't need nobody to tell me I don't need them shoes. I'm going to buy them shoes. You can't tell nobody who to date and how to date or whatever. And that thing about what Godfrey said about how you going to marry a white woman and be activists and fight for black equality and fight for justice. Let me tell you something. If I'm dating a white man, that don't mean I can't fight for justice. See, what Godfrey said there is, how you gonna be married to a white man and then fight for justice? Hell, black men go with white women and date white women and marry to white women, and some of them still fight for justice. So how come it's okay on that side, but it's not okay on this side? I just don't understand it. Just because, you know what he said, and I'm trying to think, okay, just because I marry a white man or I'm dating a white man, then that means I can't still fight for my people? See, black women don't let their people go like that. Some black men do. See, when black men date outside their race, they automatically drops their culture or drops their black women or abandons their black women. So they feel that black women are like that too. No, we not. It's just y'all. We not like that. So you mean to tell me if I'm married to a white person or talking to a white person or dating a white person that I still can't be a social activist for blacks? How crazy do that sound? That's just like that's just like somebody telling me that you can't hang around gay people without being gay. Huh? Straight people hang around gay people all the time. So you saying that if I hang around gay people that I'm automatically gay, that I shouldn't be hanging with them unless I'm gay? That's crazy. But that's what Godfrey just said, you know? And that's crazy. So yes, you can date outside your race and still fight for your own culture. That's how it should be. A lot of black men just choose not to do that. See, when they date outside their race, the first thing they do is degrade and drop their culture for that other culture. But see, black women are not like that. So you chop, cut, and stop that right there. So, but anyway, this so-called new agenda that Godfrey said, oh, they pushing this new agenda. Y'all heard him say, it's all even in my bank. My bank, I see black women and white men together and all that. It's all over the place. This is a new agenda that everybody is trying to push. No, it's not. No, it's not. Honey, that shit is old. Black women been doing this, like I said, for over 400 years, been having sexually contact with white men. Rather it was unconsensual or sensual. The point is, it's been happening. That's how we started having interracial kids. Okay? So this ain't no new agenda. This been happening. And well after slavery, black women and white men were still talking. Black women was just walking silent with it. You know? So, black women know how to play their cards, see, without showing everybody their hand. That's what it is. See, everybody, all the black men like, oh yeah, they pushing this new agenda. No, this not no new agenda. It's not a new agenda at all. We just know how to play cards without showing everybody our goddamn hand. That's all. Unlike some black men. You know? Unlike some black men. Black men, Y'all will showboat white women as a trophy. When some of y'all now, when you date outside your race, you will showboat with the white woman. You will just act like you won a big old prize and trophy, and then you start degrading your own women, your own race of women, and start just degrading your culture and start doing all that. What for? Black men are the only race of men who do that to their own culture. To their own culture. You know? And it's sad. It's really sad. So, let me tell you. Let me ask you a question, black men. And then we gonna cut this, but let me ask y'all a question. Y'all say that the white man treat y'all less than human. You said the white man don't want to hire y'all. You say the white man degrade y'all. You say, and some of this is true. But I'm talking to the black men who date outside their race and is upset. I'm talking to the black man and the black men who degrade black women. This question is for y'all. Y'all. Let me ask you this question. You say that the white man use y'all, and you say that the white men make it hard for you. You say the white man's government have it to where you're struggling and keep you in a struggling position, and then you say the white man make you work twice as hard to accomplish something. You know, you say that the white man or the white man society just have y'all in a bad struggling position. You know, you say the white men just, you know, do all the responsibility. They give everything else to everybody, but don't give anything to y'all. You say the white man don't really care about black men the way they care about black women and other races of women or whatever. You say that the black men do all of this to you. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about how the majority of white men who see and hear and study how you treat, degrade, and disown your own race of black women might be part of some of the reason why some of the white men and the white men government treat you that way? Now, understand me good. Because a lot of black men treat black women exactly the way y'all say the white man treats y'all. You know, somebody talk black to me on that part right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you say they disrespect y'all, you say they desert y'all, you say they leave y'all struggling, and you say the white man have no respect at all for y'all. You say the white man degrade y'all every chance they get. The white man just don't want to be bothered with y'all, leaving y'all struggling, leaving y'all hanging. You say the white man do all this, but don't you do that same thing to black women? The same thing to black women. So have you thought about that white men have been looking at y'all behavior for so long, seeing, hearing y'all behavior, what you do against black women? Have you ever thought about that's probably why they treat y'all like that? Because let me tell you something. Black men, when you date outside your race and then you talk bad about the black woman, then the white man think you treating that white woman the same damn way. So they don't like you not because you're talking down on us. They don't like you because if you're talking down on us, you got to be treating that white woman like shit. And if you not, you are portraying that from the way you keep disrespecting and degrading your own race of black women. So then the white man started treating you in a messed up, jacked up, and shitty ass way. because they feel like you doing it. If you doing it to your own black women, you got to be doing it to theirs. Now they see you with the white man, see you with a white woman, and they automatically feels like you are treating that white woman like shit, because look at the shit that you do to black women in public, on your platforms, on the internet, and everywhere. You gives not 1-2 shits about them. So they feel like you don't give 1-2 shits about that white woman you got on your arm. I don't give a damn how rich, famous, or whatever you are. Them white men still got their glasses down and peeking at your ass with one eye, because they really feel that's the type of person you are. Because look at it. Because if you look at it, white men do not degrade their white women in public and all over the internet and shit like that. So when you see a white man with a black woman, then nobody really looks at it like that white man is abusive to the white woman, to the black woman, I'm sorry. Because they don't show it in public. But the black men do. So answer that question. Do you think that might be a lot of the problem, or some of the problem, on why white men treat black men like that? Because they just looking at how you treat black women. And they feel like you treating their women the same way. Because if you can get on your platform, you can get all over social media, and you can get all everywhere, and you just start talking shitty and talking down. I don't give a damn what you do. These old so-called counselor sessions and all this shit here today, black women call into, and the black man is degrading her and all that. If y'all black men could do all that so openly and publicly, white men is looking at you. They see you. They hear you. And they feel like, wow, they do their own culture of women like that. What are they doing to ours when they are with ours? And then you think, they ain't feeling too kindly about your ass. They ain't feeling too gun-ho about your ass. Some of them might be your friend, but they still side-eyeing your ass. But see, black women don't do that. We don't get in public like that because we are dating outside our race and start dogging the black man. Because if we did that, I'm quite sure white women will look at black women like, well, damn, I wonder how she treating that white man of ours. Because she always talking down on her goddamn culture, then you know how she doing him. See, you have to pay attention. You know, so black men will flirt, showcase. Oh, they will showcase all they white women. Black men will do all this, degrade black women, showboat, and they act like they want a prize when they would a white woman or anybody outside their race. They will do all this, but black women don't do that. And see, black men act like this. See, black men love to showcase white women and model white women around and all that because, see, they was deprived of having a white woman for over 400 years. Black men was deprived of being with white women. So now that they have one, they don't know how to act. This is the chaos they start when they dating white women. Some of them, not all of them. But see, black women been messing with white men for a very long time. And we don't display none of that behavior. Now, I mean, not the majority of us don't. Really don't. So, black men didn't start this interracial dating. White men did. White men did. So I understand, Godfrey, when you said, I understand, ladies, why you mad, and because the black men abandoned y'all, because we started this. We started this by dating white women. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. The white man started. Black women been having sexual contact with white men. We, like I said, we just move in silence. Okay? So, black men, when they dating white women, they seek attention. Y'all even got the younger generation. All their videos, you don't see nobody black. Half of them, everybody leave light skin to white. Light skin to white. Light skin to white. They don't know how to act when it comes to their own race of women. And the other cultures of people see this. What you do to your own culture. They see this. Black men will, they will show off with them. They get into these interracial relationships with a white woman or whoever. And boy, they start showboating and showing off like trophies. They start disrespecting black women. They start doing all that stuff. And black women don't do any of that. But black men do. So watch yourself, because sometimes you're looking real crazy. See, black women just been sitting back. We see that you're dating white women, but we sit back. Some of us do. We really don't have a lot to say, you know. And then we sit back and watch how you degrade us, how you talk bad about us, how you just dig up all kind of shit and say how we ain't shit, ain't worth a shit, don't deserve any respect, all that stuff. We sit back and listen at you. Make a fool of yourself. Because then you're wondering why half the world treat you with disrespect. They see how you are so disrespectful. So, that's all I got to say about that. And you have to have an open mind to understand this stuff. You know, and there's some black women that all they date is black men. There's some black men that all they date is black women. And there's other cultures that they date just inside their race and not outside their race. But when you date outside your race, stop degrading your own race of women. And you might see that the world will treat you a little bit more better. A little bit more respect. You might see that some of the white men will start respecting the black man a little bit more. How can you respect someone who is so disrespectful to their own kind? Because they not disrespectful to their own kind, but they watch how the black man be so disrespectful to his own kind and to his own race of women. So, that's the core of interracial relationships. That's the real core. That's the real core. And so black women have always been dating white men. Point blank period. And black men, y'all date outside your race, but when you date outside your race, my advice is you need to walk a little bit more careful. Because now y'all walking very sloppy and always have been walking very sloppy. Some of y'all, when it comes to dating outside your race and how you portray yourself against your own race. That's all I got to say about that. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from y'all goals and success. Bye-bye. See y'all later.